When you're a parent, there are things that happen that your children do as you're raising them that sort of give you an indication where they might head in life. There are things that they do that are green flags that you want to encourage. There are things that they do that are red flags that you want to discourage. And there are things that they do that you sit back and go, huh, they actually did that. And it makes your mind go to various places as to what that attribute about that child is going to do for or to them over the course of their life. Let's watch this video and come back and discuss where this kid is going in life.
I told my children in the beginning of the school year that if you get all A's in every marking period, I will give you $1,000. Now, for some of my kids, that's not hard. For my youngest, he struggles, right? And I know that he's motivated by money. So, marking period 1, exceeding expectations. Marking period 2, exceeding expectations. Marking period 3, exceeding expectations. Marking period 4 is when it all kind of fell apart. The wheels came completely off the bus in marking period 4. He sends a message to his teacher on Teams Friday night. After I reviewed with him his test grades for the last 2 weeks, I said, you're not doing so great. He goes, yeah, I know. He's like, I got to do something about this. Instead of asking his teacher for extra credit or an additional assignment, he messages his teacher Friday night on Teams and he says, hey, Mr. So-and-so, my mom has an arrangement with me. If I get all A's for every marking period, my mom will give me $1,000 for the summer. If you do me a solid and you help me for marking period 4, I'll split the money with you. You get $500, I get $500. Does that sound like a deal? The teacher decided to call me yesterday to tell me about said message. And I see the number come up on my phone and I go, oh no. He is laughing on the other end of the phone. And he goes, Stephanie, I have to tell you, Mason just bribed a public employee. Sir, you are in 5th grade. You are not old enough to commit white-collar crimes.
First of all, I hope what the teacher would have said was he just attempted to bribe a public official. Because if he actually did bribe a public official, then that means the teacher took $500 for an A grade. Right off the bat, I'm thinking he's going to make an excellent politician. But yeah, this kid is showing attributes and skills that might tend to lean towards mafioso, a union delegate, construction workers in New York City, anybody that you can think of that would normally want to try to bribe a public official. Listen, A for effort. I mean, that is some damn fine outside the box thinking for a young man who saw a problem, thought about it for a moment, and said, listen, $500 is a decent chunk of change for the work that I've done this year. If I got to give my teacher $500 to finish this whole thing out, then you know what? Everybody's happy. Wow. He tried to bribe his fucking teacher. I want to meet this kid, man. This kid is fucking... he's a ballsy little sumbitch, isn't he? Of all of my kids, the one that I think that might be like, yeah, you know what, I'll bribe the teacher, would be my daughter Magnolia. Because she would be in her mind, listen, we're at the end. I really don't want to put in all that extra work. I got $500. You got an A. Let's say we make this happen.